The state sent Pender County a warning months ago. Submit your 2025 financial audit or face penalties.
Tonight, WECT investigates why the county still has not filed the audit and what it could cost county taxpayers. WECT's investigative reporter Connor Smith with the story for us tonight. Connor, how much might this cost the county and then taxpayers?
Yeah, as much as $140,000, John, under state law. Today is the deadline to submit that audit, and not getting it in on time means Pender County could lose part of its sales tax revenue from the state. Now, this is a look at Pender County's contract with Auditor Martin Starnes. It says the audit would be submitted to the local government commission by December 31st, 2025. The LGC says that didn't happen. They issued Pender County a notice of non-compliance in April, and still they say the audit has not been submitted. It is important to note, even though Pender County is missing the deadline, that tax revenue is not automatically withheld. The LGC secretary would have to take action. No word yet on whether that will happen. The state auditor's office has been working with Pender County's government since December. That's when the county lost $650,000 in a cyber attack. The office says, quote, submitting annual financial statement audits late can be a sign of poor financial management and internal controls. Delayed audits increase the risk that material errors or irregularities go undetected and impede informed decision making. Now, here's a response we got from Pender County. It reads, quote, with the departure of senior finance staff at the end of last year, most of the audit functions have fallen to other employees who are inexperienced with audit functions. Staff have submitted the appeal form required by the LGC to delay any potential withholding action and have communications from the LGC that such appeals will be deemed successful. County Commissioner Jerry Grove sent me a message today saying there's no reason this should be happening and county management need to correct it as soon as possible. John?
Well, Connor, did we find out from leadership when the county might submit that audit?
Yeah, we're still working to get some more answers tonight. Here's a look at what we're asking Pender County staff tonight. Who was responsible for submitting this audit, when it will be submitted, and we're also asking for a copy of the fiscal year 2025 audit and emails between the state and the county about the audit. We'll let you know what else we uncover.
All right, Connor, appreciate the update tonight. Thanks. If you have a story for the WECT Investigates team, we want to hear from you. Email investigates@wect.com.